Hey everybody. I just want to put this reminder out that nobody is responsible for your emotions except for you. That's it. Nobody else. I've noticed for quite a while there's a whole lot of self-victimization going on, finger pointing, blame, a severe lack of accountability and responsibility, and unfortunately, nobody else is responsible for how you feel, for how you react. Nobody. So, if you find yourself triggered or angry or hurt or upset by what somebody else says or does, it's simply a mirror. It's a reflection of something inside you that is triggering you, that you don't like, that maybe perhaps you had a bad experience in the past, and this is a reminder, a reflection of something that you need to address within yourself. Everybody wants to place the blame outside of themselves, but really, when you start to understand energy, you are attracting these things to you which are going to trigger those emotions and feelings that you don't want to have. So, people are getting upset about what other people say or do or whatever, but you're the only one responsible for how you react to it. And you have a choice. You have 3 choices. You can respond, react, or reflect. Which one will you choose? People are real quick to just react, and they don't even think about it. So if you react to something, if you have this conscious awareness, then you can then reflect on that reaction. Ideally, we should be responding. Take a pause, take a moment. If you find that anger welling up inside you for whatever reason, what's really causing that? What's at the root of that? It's not what the other person's doing or saying. They're not the cause of your anger. There's something deeper. There always is something deeper. Let's say somebody hurt your feelings. Let's say a partner said something that really just devastated you and hurt you. What is it that they are triggering inside of you from past relationships or your childhood that's really the problem? Because if you have someone in your life that is saying awful things to you, that's coming from you. And you don't have to put up with it. Like, there's plenty of people who can say stupid, mean, terrible things to me, but usually I'm just like, whatever. Like, typically it's a reflection of the other person. Like, if someone feels the need to be awful to you intentionally, what does that say about them? So why would you let that affect you? If someone does something that angers you or offends you, well, that's your own problem. You're choosing to be angry or offended. Nobody is responsible to have to tiptoe around other people's feelings, being afraid that they might get offended. It's not my job to worry about upsetting somebody else, because what one person says that upsets somebody, it's not going to upset somebody else. So we all have the right to express ourselves, to feel how we want to feel, to have an opinion. And, I don't agree with plenty of opinions of people, especially right now. There's a lot of outside opinions that other people are absorbing rather than forming their own ideas and, doing research and gaining insights, but that's not really what we're talking about here. The point is that while even though I may not agree with what other people say or do, they still have that right to do it, say it, behave the way they behave. There's one general rule that we should be abiding by, and that is to not intentionally harm other people. And that's the golden rule. Just don't hurt other people. If you're out to hurt somebody, people who do that have problems. They have traumas. They have deeper issues going on. And so it's a good idea to at least recognize that, because when you can understand that in other people, it gives you a lot more compassion, and it gives you a greater ability to be like, okay, I'm not going to react to this awful person. I'm not going to feed into what they're doing. I am going to instead respond either by walking away, removing them from my life, changing my own attitude to diffuse the situation. You have to play each situation by ear and kind of go with the flow, but those are choices that you get to make. So it is just my sincerest hope that people can just take pause for a moment, and instead of going off on somebody because you're angry at what they said or what they believe, or maybe you should go look into it or really dig deep inside, like, why am I getting so triggered at what somebody else is saying or believing? It's really time for people to take accountability for their own actions, thoughts, behaviors, and emotions. Because, like I said, only you're responsible for it. Nobody else. Just you. You're responsible for your own sadness, happiness, anger, frustration. We get to choose how we react, respond, and reflect on things. So I hope this message finds you well. I hope this leaves an impact, and I hope that next time you find yourself triggered, you can take this as an opportunity to really get to the root of the problem and pull it up by the roots. Get rid of it once and for all. Because once you realize what's really going on, you will find yourself triggered less and less.